She'll never tell you. She'll never say it out loud. But when desire takes over, her body does all the talking. And if you're not trained to see it, you'll miss the signals. You'll misread the moment. And worse, you'll chase when you should have let her chase you. The truth is brutal but simple. A woman doesn't need to say she wants you. Her nervous system will show it. This isn't about looks. It's not about money. It's not even about the words you say. It's about how you carry yourself. When you hold the right frame, her subconscious slips and the signals start leaking out of her before she even realizes it. Today, I'll show you the 6 rawest, most uncontrollable signs that she's turned on, turned up, and tuned into you, whether she knows it or not. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never misread the heat in her again. Number 1, her eyes drop, then her eyes drop, then snap away, snap away. The eyes never lie. Not when desire takes control. When a woman is aroused in your presence, her gaze becomes unstable. She wants to look but doesn't want to be caught. She wants to take you in but doesn't want to seem obvious. So what does her body do? It betrays her. Her pupils dilate. She holds eye contact just a second too long, then looks down, fast, sharp, like her brain pulled the emergency brake. Why down? Because evolution hardwired her to signal surrender with that glance. A downward glance is primal. It's submission. It's a silent you lead. And when she does it without thinking, it's not just shyness. It's arousal, hiding behind etiquette. Watch closely. You enter a room. You lock eyes. She glances down, then quickly busies herself with anything nearby. Phone, bag, hair. She's not disinterested. She's processing your presence through her instincts. That glance down is the nervous system saying, I feel high's energy, and I don't know what to do with it. But here's what separates the grounded from the desperate. You don't chase that glance. You don't use it as permission. You don't pounce. You hold your posture. You stay anchored. You let the tension cook her curiosity until she breaks the silence. Because when you stay centered, her glances become longer. Her silence becomes louder, and soon her desire has no place to hide. Crossed legs and the power of the pelvic lock number 2. Crossed legs and the power of the pelvic lock. When a woman crosses her legs while talking to you, most people think it's just posture, comfort, style, manners. They have no idea they're looking at a biological lock. A subtle move from her hips, but it's her nervous system screaming one thing. I feel exposed, and I like it more than I want to admit. Let's break this down from the lens of Stoic psychology and primal wiring. The pelvic lock. When a woman becomes aroused, her body starts shifting, especially in her lower half. The thighs tighten. The pelvis rolls slightly forward and the legs, they cross, but not to block you. It's the opposite. She's not defending herself. She's regulating desire. She's creating pressure where she feels tension down there. It's called muscular guarding, and it's real. When you hold frame and exude calm presence, you trigger this involuntary reaction. She suddenly feels hyper-aware of her body. She wants control, so she just presses. If she's seated, she may squeeze her thighs subtly, shift positions without reason, even bounce her foot slightly from the tension building internally. This isn't just body language. It's biology talking out loud, and here's where most men blow it. They lean in. They crowd her space. They start talking faster, trying to confirm what they just sensed. But that kills the polarity. A Stoic man does none of that. He watches, observes, stays rooted. And in doing so, he magnifies her internal chaos. The more calm you are, the more undone she becomes. Because that crossed leg, it's not rejection, it's containment. Here, energy is folding inward. And if you keep your frame strong, that tension won't just sit in her legs. It'll explode in her thoughts later when you're no longer there. She'll remember how she fidgeted, how her thighs stayed clenched, how you never even blinked, and in her mind, you become the one who knew without her ever needing to say a word. The tone shift that exposes hidden desire. Number 3. The tone shift that exposes hidden desire. You don't need to hear the words. You don't need to see a confession. You just need to feel the way she sounds when you're around. Because when she's turned on, when she feels your energy, when your presence makes her heart rate spike just a little too fast, her voice gives her away. She'll talk, but it won't sound the same. It'll get lighter, softer, slower, or even higher, depending on how her nervous system processes the tension. It's a survival response, not consciously controlled. Her throat loosens, her pitch rises, or her words get slightly breathy. Why? Because arousal sends energy through her autonomic nervous system. It causes subtle shifts in breathing, tempo, and tone. Her voice reflects her inner state. And if you're dialed in, If you're centered, watching, not trying to impress, you'll notice the moment it hits. 1 second she's normal. Then suddenly she's lighter, playful, giggly without cause, or speaking with pauses that seem to hang in the air. Sometimes she'll ask questions she doesn't even care about. Just to hear herself speak near you, that's her body craving interaction without logic. That's subconscious seduction. And what do most men do? They talk faster. They joke louder. They try to match her playfulness. And just like that, she's out of it because the moment you lose your tone, she loses her frame. But a Stoic man, he doesn't mirror. He grounds deeper. He lets her swirl in her vocal rhythm while he remains the anchor. And what happens? Her voice drops again. She leans in more. She slows down like a woman who doesn't want the moment to end. Because when a woman's voice changes in your presence, she's not adjusting to sound cute. She's adapting to your dominance. And if you stay composed, that vocal chemistry turns into unspoken heat. No touching, no flirting, just tension building through the simple sound of her desire trying to stay hidden. Number 4, when she touches herself, not the way you think, touches herself, not the way you think. She's talking, you're lock it in. But suddenly she brushes her neck, touches her wrist, plays with her ring, rubs her thighs, pulls at her sleeve, and you wonder, is she just fidgeting? Is she bored? No, she's regulating her nervous system because your presence is triggering it. Let's get brutally honest. When a woman feels subtle arousal or tension in your presence, her body needs to do something with that energy. But since she can't yet act on it directly, she turns inward and her hands, they become her relief mechanism. She'll stroke her collarbone, rub her palms, touch her lip, hold her neck, slide her fingers along her leg or thigh, adjust her bra strap under her sweater when it didn't move. Why? Because arousal needs release. And when the source of the tension, you, isn't flinching, she turns to the only place she can control, her own body. It's unconscious, automatic, but explosive if you know what you're looking at. Here's the secret. Watch where her fingers go. If they hover near sensitive areas, her throat, inner wrist, thighs, mouth, you're triggering her pleasure zones, whether she admits it or not. And the more she touches herself around you while you stay silent, still composed, the more she's thinking about you in ways she won't say out loud. Others where the real attraction builds, you don't respond. You don't shift. You don't tease or call it out. You hold eye contact. You maintain your energy, and you let the tension speak for itself. Because when a Stoic man sees a woman touching herself out of instinct, he knows what it means, but he doesn't need to exploit it. Why? Because her doing that is already the confession. She's not flirting. She's coping. She's reacting to your centered masculinity in the only way her body knows show. And if you can remain calm through it, she'll crave the one thing she can't get from herself. Your command over her energy. Number 5, her legs move, but she's not going. Her legs move, but she's not going anywhere. You're sitting near her, you're not touching. You're not even speaking much. But look down. Her foot is bouncing. Her knee is twitching. Her thighs are shifting positions every 30 seconds. And here's what most men don't realize. She's not uncomfortable. She's not bored. She's not trying to leave. She's trying to manage the pressure you're building without saying a word. Let's break this down raw. When a woman is turned on and subtly or deeply, and she's not yet ready to express it out loud, that energy builds in her lower body. It's called psychout agitation, a form of tension where the body reacts to arousal through movement, especially in areas connected to reproductive or emotional response zones. So when her legs are bouncing or she's crossing and uncrossing them repeatedly, she's not anxious, she's stimulated. Her brain is working hard to manage the hormonal cascade your presence just triggered. politics, she overtalks, she